Let's go. Hey, welcome back. Yes, it's a Monday and we are back streaming. Yes, most of the streams now are going to start a bit later. And we have a stream where I'm playing Football Manager 26. Yes, not many people are playing Football Manager 26 at the moment, but I am sometimes, not all the time. But generally, because we need to, I wanted to try and play it a different way. And essentially, I wanted to show you guys that it is possible to create a defensive counter-attacking setup. But there's a but here. Let's not forget the fact that Football Manager is a game where my glasses won't fit. Is a game where it makes sense to be attacking. Right? Most football managers in real life, they are teams. They don't sit back. Especially if you're an underdog. Look at Bournemouth, for example, right? Underdog did well under Iraola, attacking football. Teams that get promoted and who stay up generally don't play defensively. They have a solid plan to attack and to deny opponent space. But when the time comes for them to defend, they can defend. So the thing is this, right? Should you be playing defensive football from the start, or should you have a more offensive setup? So my personal belief is that, yeah, you should start every game with a view to trying to win the game, right? Okay. But sometimes you want to suss things out before you attack, and sometimes you want to soak, right? So how do you do all that? So that's the goal of these last few episodes. Essentially, what I've done is I've taken my tactic, and you can do this with any tactic. I've taken my tactic, and I've also kind of created a defensive variant of the same tactic. Now, that's taking it a bit far. Most of the time, I'm recommending to people, why don't you just use team instructions, whole shape, time wasting, don't work ball into box, because that's a recipe for disaster. If you work ball into box, what you're actually doing is you're sitting high up the pitch and you're kind of telling your team, hey, you know what? Why don't we try and be patient and try and create these goal scoring opportunities against the opposition? And if it fails, then you're having to defend against a counter attack with your team positioned so high up the pitch. So my recommendation generally is, if you're going to sit back, right, don't play work ball into box. Yeah, you don't need to. When do you sit back? Now, you may be protecting a lead, for example. Right. So this is the save that I'm using. This is the Nottingham Forest. Now, this is a save in which I have no power over transfers, right? So makes things even easier, harder. There are 8 match days that I don't play because I have to give the save to the guys on Discord, and they can manage their teams. So essentially, what happens is it's not really a network save as such, because they don't play any games. Only I do. And what they do is they can add players to their squads. They can transfer players. They can't just add them. They have to transfer the players over. Me, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed any transfers whatsoever. I am not allowed to talk to the players. I'm not allowed to train the players. I'm not allowed to do anything. All I can do is play with tactics, which means that I can't play to the meta. The meta in the game is actually to go out there and sign the best players that you can find, and then stick them into a tactic which puts pressure on opposition teams. And generally, that's the meta. That's it. Okay, it's not too complicated. I don't personally believe that there are team instructions that are the meta there. No, there's never been that. I mean, yeah, people like to think there are good instructions to use and there are bad instructions to use. But for example, some people will say high tempo is a meta. I go like, no, I can play on normal tempo and still win everything. So does that become a meta? It doesn't, because the meta really was driven by the good players in that team. So the most important thing is, when you're playing this game, it's not the tactics. First thing, decide what kind of formation you're going to play, right? Yes, before time. And of course, you analyze your team and you go like, what can they play? What can't they play? That's a good idea to begin with if you want to stick with the team that you have. But if you want to like succeed in the long run, then you definitely need the formation in mind, right? So you have to have a formation that you want to play. Now, there are some formations that are good and some formations that are brilliant, and there are some formations that you should really stay away from. Um, the best formation, the easiest formation where everyone will be the 4-2-3-1. Right? Go with that formation. Chances are it's got a really big room. There's a lot of room for mistakes with that tactical system. Then of course you've got the 4-3-3, right? The 4-3-3 has no room for mistakes. Why? Because it's essentially 7 at the back, and you need to find some way to get everybody across up the pitch and then leave the flanks exposed. Now, which means that there's really only one way to play the game if you want to dominate, which is to play with inverted fullbacks or false fullbacks, and then you play one player creating a wedge. So that is a very strong tactical setup. Gambit is the tactic that I use, and it's in the Dropbox folder in case you guys are wondering. And that becomes a really strong tactical system. But in order for you to score more goals, because chances are those games you're going to encounter, if you play without making tweaks and you go like download some 4-3-3 with fullbacks, 2 defenders, and then after that you go, oh my God, why can't I score goals? That's because you needed to push higher. You needed to put more into it. And that is the reason why I tell people stay away from the 4-3-3 unless you're experienced at tweaking tactics on the fly. Of course, then you have the 4-4-2, 4-2-4 combination, which ultimately is one of the best. It is probably one of the best formations for the underdog. Why do I say that? Because the 4-4-2, 4-2-4 combination has 2 banks of 4, perfect for counter-attacking. Now, I am playing a 3 at the back, 4-3, which is insane. Because it's not ideal, but it can be made into a counter-attacking system, but you have to kind of play a mid-block. Twitch isn't working? What happened to Twitch, man? Oh. Twitch is working now. Twitch is working. I forgot to hit the start button on Twitch. Therein lied the problem. So you guys on YouTube got the exclusive beginning secret. You saw me naked walking into the room, flashing the toothy smile. I have to fly back to Singapore soon, and I gotta go and get an implant in my teeth because a filling came out, and yeah, apparently I need to do an implant. Singapore is okay, though. Yeah, fly back, do an implant, fly in. Yeah, I hate dental treatment, man. Steam is online, yes. Twitch is working, man. For me these days, normal tempo. Normal has always been a good tempo to begin with. Yeah. If you want to play attacking systems, play attacking mentality. That's it. Don't think about it. Yeah. You want to play a defensive system, play a cautious mentality. You're not sure, play balance. That's it. You want to play possession, play positive. It can't get any easier than that. Okay. That is so easy, Football Manager. I mean, they dumb down the game to a point where really there's no theory crafting left in Football Manager. There's nothing to theory craft anymore. There used to be a time when theory crafting was actually a thing in Football Manager. Now there's no theory crafting. There are 2 reasons why theory crafting is kind of dead in the FM space. The first reason being that this game has got a random luck modifier. Okay, what is a random luck modifier? In this game, there is a random chance of certain things not going your way. You can't control it. You can try and influence it, but it's not easy. So the way people brute force it is by getting meta players. Then you remove the random luck. But you see, the thing is, even with the best players, there'll be a random luck where, 4 games, 5 games, your players don't perform and you go, oh, my tactic doesn't work anymore. Actually, there's more to it. Yeah, there's a lot more to it. Like loss of form. So as I would like you to think there's a lot more to it, but actually it's quite easy to spot. You go and look at the stats in the game and you see players' average ratings are lower than their last 5 matches. Then you know that the guy, if his last 5 matches is better than his average rating, means the player is performing better. If his last 5 matches is less than his average rating, provided you be playing him, okay, don't go like, oh, his last 5 matches is better than his average rating, but then he hasn't played in 6 months. That doesn't work. Okay, so you got to use some common sense here. Injuries knock off players. They have a hit to their physical attributes, right? Sometimes, and then bravery, for example, and suddenly you see the player for the first 5 games, right? He's not performing very well. Why? Yes, I decided to throw in some random thing into the development of a player. When he gets injured, right, it takes a big bad knock. So you're paying a lot attention to all these small little things to try and influence the game. But how much can you do? There's also the January dip theory. Yeah, I know that January. Well, they had to do something, right? So there is a. It happens to me every season. It happens to everyone. Somehow or another, it's kind of like maybe programmed into the game that during that period of time where there's fixture congestion. 2 things are happening during that period. If you notice one thing, fixture congestion and contracts are coming up. With transfer windows opening. So the one thing you don't want to do is renew a contract in the last 6 months, leading to that period. Don't renew contracts. Don't sign new contracts. Don't have major conversations with your players about their performances. And I found that not ignoring them is the best. So I don't do anything. So keep it, yeah, that's how I see it. Okay, so what is our tactic like? Okay, so in our safe, I have all these humans, right? I'm playing against a bunch of humans. Okay, let's go to the. I really don't like. I'm not saying it anymore. Okay, club. Premier League, where are we? See, I have to go around the camel's edge just to get to the Premier League table. Okay, so this is where we are in the Premier League table. Okay, we are 9th. Yes. But remember, I don't have players under my control, right? So this is actually quite good. My goal is to catch Spurs and Brighton. Brighton are already caught. So that means if I get to the December transfer window, Brighton got no transfer money. I catch Spurs also got no transfer money. Okay, that means not saying no transfer money, they got no power for transfers. That's the cool thing. So what tactic have we been using? We'll be using this. Crazy Mazy is my mid block. And this is my low defensive strategy. So in possession, we're like that. Out of possession, we're like this. Okay. So this is our low block. So if you look at the instructions, it will show you. I'll show you the instructions. Lower defensive line. So we sit back when we want to soak pressure. And sometimes we perform better this way. And now, of course, this is our mid block for the second tactic. Okay. So, and I play every tactic on cautious mentality. And then at home I play attacking. When I'm playing, I'm gonna attack, and attacking mentality when I'm at home, cautious when I'm away. Also at home I could be cautious if it's a better team than me. Yeah, so we're going in, and what's our next game? Our next should be Europe because they're showing the European thingamajig. So what are games? Okay, what games are you guys playing? Is anyone playing Path of Exile? Is there any good? I know Path of Exile is out, right? Path of Exile 2, not 1, 2. I've been playing Diablo. Do you think Liverpool needs more time to change their old habits? They think that we should believe in the back. Liverpool are no longer gonna take their own sweet time to play. Did you see the match against Sunderland? Marcus, in real life, right? Liverpool are not taking their own sweet time to build out play. No, it's 4 passes, 5 passes, and they're in the opponent's third already. Iraola is very different from Arne Slot. Arne Slot I'm sorry, did I not say Frimpong is a waste of space? Against Sunderland, he did a slip on the pitch. He took a turn, he slipped. I'm telling you, Frimpong is gone. No? He performed so poorly against Sunderland, in my opinion. It was terrible. So Liverpool will be playing more direct now. No, they won't be countermasters. They'll be direct, man. They're going to go to the jugular of every single team, and they're not going to give them space. That's how Bournemouth played as well. So they're not going to be counter-attacking. They will be able to counter-attack. See, they will attack as one and defend as one kind of thing. That's how I see Liverpool. They will charge up the pitch and shout, Harakiri! Yeah, that's what they'll do. I expect Liverpool, but the problem for Liverpool isn't the style of play. The problem with Liverpool right now is who are they going to start with, right? Looks like, I see Chiesa and Kumas. Kumas had a very good showing that he's got a lot of talent. This goal he scored against Sunderland was pretty well struck, very well taken as well. Um, I think Kumar should be given a chance and Chiesa should be given a chance too. Chiesa is actually a good player, just doesn't get enough game time. Didn't get enough under Arne's slot. I think Chiesa needs to play a lot more this season because I don't think we need an early because we got Eketike injured. We can't expect Isak to be full flight. He'll most likely start. Cody Gakpo, we know, or everybody who's watched Cody Gakpo knows he's as predictable as the morning sun. Okay. Yeah, you know exactly what he's going to do. No? Like Cody Gakpo is the most predictable striker I've ever seen in my entire life. And, either he adapts and changes or he's out of the door, man. I don't see Cody Gakpo having a future at Liverpool. Then we are left with only Eketike and with Isak. So, and Florian Wirtz might be going as well because he won't fit into Iraola's system. No way. Yeah, Florian Wirtz is going. I don't see Florian Wirtz fitting in the system because they need players who are more direct and not the tiki-taka, the one-shot little pass, find somebody. They need somebody who is more direct. So most likely Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is going to have a lease of life in a 4-2-3-1 because Harvey Elliott plays quite well in a system like that. So I think that Liverpool need to sign an entirely new backline. Except for Kirkhead's, Liverpool don't have a defense. Yeah, we don't have a defense. Liverpool's problem is defending. Who they've got? Nobody. Gomez is not out for the next few months. I think low block teams, yeah, they might, but I don't think they're going to give them much of a chance to play with the ball. I suspect, people say low block attacking has always been a problem. Yeah, low block is always a problem for the attacking sides. Always been. So we'll see how they do. Still early days. And I think that I'm more interested in what Liverpool are going to do in the transfer market. The transfer market is where I think we have to pay our attention. We gotta focus on the transfer market because I think the transfer market is gonna be Liverpool. Look, this season, if Liverpool finish in the top 3, I say congratulations, you outperform expectations. And furthermore, now the rumor has it that FSG want to sell. I won't say sell as in sell all the players, but I believe that FSG are looking at releasing 30% for external investors. Yeah. So that's what I suspect is going to happen. Yeah. Sorry, I had to pause because I was going to do something, but I can't remember what. Okay. But those forwards cannot press on enemies given the injuries. Yeah, they can't. But we'll see. That's why there has to be an active rotation policy for Liverpool, and that's why they have to bring in some more players. Yeah. The problem is the team is not ready for Iraola's style of play. I agree with you, Marcus. They don't have the players where, hey, look, when I'm at home, right, I'm playing my mid block, right? So we're gonna go attacking. And then we're gonna change the tactic because it is a mid block. So if I can camp in the opponent's half, I'll get a chance, right? We score a goal and then we'll sit back and go into our defensive setup. So we got all this, we leave it alone because I'm still going to play my mid block. But the only different thing I do is work ball into box with low cross. Because low cross will take me to the byline. Yeah, so that's a low cross. And then we will pass into space. Generally, I'm going to try and move the ball around. Quite aggressively, actually. Out of possession, we're still sitting in the mid block. We'll go and watch it extended so you guys see more highlights. Immediately we get a goal. Good news for Liverpool is that it seems like everyone else except Arsenal is also in transition. Yeah. The problem is, but most of the other teams, right, Blue Panda, in the case of City, they're transitioning to a new manager with a stable team. Right. I don't see, are there many transfers out of City? United, same team, strengthening. Liverpool is the most disturbing of them all because Liverpool literally don't have a defense. Yeah, Because I'm telling you, Frimpong is the worst right back Liverpool have had in the last 5 years. 6, 7, he's worse than Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't like Frimpong one bit. I never have. He's like one of those, he cannot play for good teams. Frimpong is better suited to teams that play very direct. I mean, maybe it might be good for Liverpool, but he can't. No. So we'll see how they go. Stavo away. But again, Liverpool might struggle this season because Iraola's style of play is also to leave the flanks exposed. So, I don't know, man. I don't know when Liverpool when our managers are going to be a bit, they grow up a bit. Conor Bradley, VVD, Kirkett, ZC base. Yeah, Conor Bradley is coming from injury. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, man. What a genius move, going to Real Madrid. Oh, I want to play for my best friend. I want to play with my best friend, Jude Bellingham. What happened to him now? Bugger can't even play his passes anymore, man. Jude Bellingham is... Trent Alexander-Arnold's career is... He will try. He might come back. He might come back to England. Or he might leave. You know why? Actually, I don't know. Or maybe he's given up hope of ever playing for England. Because England still have good defense, right backs. They don't need Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent is not good enough for England also. He's never going to play for England because they think he's too much of a liability. I mean, he's got a great right foot, but that's about it. Yeah, he leaves the flanks exposed. Okay, so he scored 2 goals, right? Let's ease on by. Let's go into our defensive setup. Now we got to sit back and defend. Okay, all right, going to a low block. Mourinho will play down. Mourinho is a champion. I think Mourinho is never going to use Trent Alexander-Arnold. No way. Mourinho is all about pace, power, and delivery. That's it. And he expects you to come back and defend. So do you think that's going to happen, Trent? No way. He's gone. So now we've gone into a low block against a team that we should be beating handsomely. Okay. And this is what happened. This is what happens. The problem with these strategies when people say, I'm going to play a low block, right? Is this. You might end up with a team that doesn't want to play football either. And the game does not recognize whether the game doesn't look at you and go, oh, you're playing a low block, I'm going to attack you. No, it does not do that. It looks at the scoreline and decides what to do against you. There's a big difference. And he looks at your CA and then decides what he wants to do against you. So now, this team is expecting us to hammer them. So it does not matter what block you're using, they're still going to sit back and defend. Because right now, they're 2-0 down, they're not coming out. They're not coming out. Yeah, they will try and sit back and say, okay, you know what, we're going to hit on the counter. So you might as well, if you have a low block in your arsenal, go and play a low block and see what happens. See what's happening, right? Look how deep they are. Look at this. Look at their back line. Look at their midfield. Look at the 2 strikers. So we are actually encouraging them. So now, you see, look at us. We're quite deep. Yeah. They got no support when they go up. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. Okay, teams are going to not react. Teams never react to your tactical style. They only react to the scoreline. That's how Argentina played in the World Cup. Argentina was terrible. But then again, what do I expect? I mean, the last World Cup was more exciting. France versus Argentina. That last World Cup was entertaining. This World Cup was go and sleep. I had so many friends. I went to play sports this weekend with my friends, and one of them was so angry. I stayed up, to watch the France-Argentina. I stayed up to watch the final. What a disappointment. I say, yeah, what do you expect? Same thing that happened last year. Can I loan young players to affiliated clubs so they get? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. But what you can do is you can have a loan manager in your club, right? And then you give you all the responsibility. And then you can set up permissions of which kind of clubs they want them to go to. Quite easy. But the only reason why your loan players are going to leave, what you could do is you can transfer the loan player to the affiliate club, right? But the affiliated club will have to ask for him. You can't just go, hey, affiliated club, take my player. They're like, what the hell, man? You think what? I'm your bus boy, is it? I do whatever you want. So ultimately, even your young players, you can send them to an affiliated club. You can. But they have to have a bit of reputation as well. Okay, I'll try and show you later. But the problem is I'm not allowed to do any loans in this game. I'm not allowed to strengthen my squad. All I see is what I get. So we are playing a low block now. Look at that. No difference, right? Tiki press. I'm telling you guys, if the team that you're playing against has decided they want to play defensively against you, it doesn't matter what you do. Okay? You just guys score. The moment you score a goal, they just they will park the bus and stay at home. So you can use these kind of opportunities in games, right? If you have a good tactical setup. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you go there and start playing on defensive mentality straight away, but you need to look at your tactical setup and decide what are the instructions that I need. Okay, now, a lot of people are automatically going to do this. This means, what does this mean? Strikers, hey, you only start pressing when the opponents are in our final third. Okay, that's what low blocks is. Okay. Lower defensive line. Hey, everybody, don't go too high up the pitch when we have the ball, and don't go too high. Then stay very low when we lost possession of the ball. Okay, that's what defensive line. Defensive line has two things: affects you in the attack and also affects you in the defense. Defensive line behavior, don't bother about this. This is, the drop back and all that nonsense, right? So you don't really need this. This is about offside traps. So if you want to set offside traps, this is what you do. You can theoretically do an offside trap for a low block, but I wouldn't recommend it. That trigger press, this is the most critical instruction. If you want to play a block, like a compressed low block, I'm playing what I like to call it's not compressed. A compressed low block would be like this. This is a very compressed low block. This is like literally everybody's standing in two lines and everybody's holding hands and going, okay, they can chip the ball. This is dangerous, right? Because you're coming all the way back to defend, and then you're going all the way up the pitch to attack together. So you don't need that. So you can play lower or much lower. I'd rather play lower. Much lower is literally in front of our goal. And then this is important because defending is zonal in Football Manager. So this affects the zonal performance of your players. If you trigger press to the max, zones are going to overlap. Two of your players might end up on another player. So when you are playing like low blocks, right? So when you're playing low blocks, essentially you don't want players to step out of the line and engage, right? So you want them to like go, see that you saw that play is because of low defensive line. Nobody's going up to support that guy. Say like, okay, all right, we're not coming up, fullbacks are not going up, nothing is happening. So you watch this, right? Everyone's going back. So this is because the game is very idiotic. Okay. Now I made a complaint about this. I mean, like, why are they pressing? I'm playing a low block and low defense and low line engagement. Why are the two guys pressing? They're supposed to press here, right? According to Football Manager, right? This will happen, no? They'll go in. They're still doing it. They're not pressing now, right? They're gonna go. Okay. Theoretically, right? I mean, here is a line where you would want to see them. Because so when you look at low block, right? The pressing starts here, mid block here, and high block here. That's it. No? It's a very small zone around this semicircle. That's about it. Yeah, you see, watch this, right? Nobody's doing anything. Okay. All right, that's about it. So now low defensive line. Look at this, right? This guy's gone up because he's a wing back, right? That's it. It's that easy. But you got to be careful. That's all. Now you see, look at this back line. It's not going to move. It's going to stay back. Look at my wing back. He's all the way back there. Low block. Low defensive line. So if you play high defensive line, he might be here. Right? So that's why he's there. So he's going to stay in this position. This guy is going to go. And then because he has missed the opportunity to press, so this guy's going to come in. He's going to commit because in Football Manager's rules, for some strange reason, because we passed the line already, right? So when you pass the line, pressing must happen. Okay? That is the reason why I don't trigger press maximum. Because if I trigger press maximum, everybody's going to go. Like this guy, I want him to stay. You see that? He's staying. He's not moving. Only he moved. See this guy? He's closing screen. See this guy? He's coming back to support. So this guy has gone in to close, come in, and screen. This is how trigger press more often is going to work. If you play on trigger press more often and you max it out, he will come out, he will come in, opens out the space, he can play the pass back to this guy. So I'm forcing him to run. So by forcing him to run, I'm trying to make it so that, they have to go to the byline and cross the ball, or they might lose if they cannot get a passing opportunity. So when you play low blocks, please don't do it if you don't have defenders. Whatever it is, at the end of the day, you still need players to win the ball in the air. Yeah. I always struggle with setting up my mid block and my OIs. Don't set up mid block with OIs. Wait, OIs are not for setting up blocks. OIs are for funneling play. That's all. If you're in doubt, don't play OIs. Right? If you want to set up a mid block, you set up a mid block. I don't have any OIs in this tactic. I didn't set it up. No. And yeah, literally, there's not a single OI in this tactic. Let me see. There we go. Oh yeah, they are. Sorry. Yeah, this is the reason why they press the back line. Now, okay, let's remove this. Okay. I forgot to do this. I had OIs on all these guys. I forgot. I literally forgot OIs. I totally forgot though. Take out. The only OI you need for blocks is this angles. Because you want to show them to the flanks. You don't want them to come into the center. Yeah. So don't set up. Try. You want OIs as far you should. Okay, what you should do with OIs is I want to do a mid block and force the play while you use that to press. Yeah, that's okay with. But who are you pressing? See, the problem is this, right? If you put the fullback, and you press in the mid block, they will go early. So you don't want to do that. You just want to force the angle only. Because what you're trying to do is if you set up the fullback and you do the fullback, the moment the fullback has the ball, they're gonna press him already. Yeah, so you gotta be careful with. See, when you do OIs, right? Okay, the reason why I set up my OIs in the way I always do like this, right, is because I was playing with a high press. But if you play with a low to mid block, right, you take this all off. The only thing you use is this because you want to use the angles. That's all. And you're not tackling them, you're funneling play. There's a big difference between the two. Yeah, you encouraging them to go somewhere where you have more of your players screening and blocking lanes, so they're forced into making mistakes. See, low blocks and mid blocks are about, you forcing the opposition into making a mistake and losing possession of the ball. So originally what we have is a mid block, right? So I will do the mid block exactly. See my low block. Where are they now? Now, because we got into my attacking system. So I don't get why people don't do this more. Look at how beautifully we transition from a low block, from my defending tactic to my attacking tactic. Okay, so you watch this again, right? So this is us defending, right? So this is my out of possession tactic. Watch this, right? Look at where they all are. This is my out of possession tactical system. Ball, boom. Now, about to win, right? The ball. Okay, won the ball already. Okay. At this point, my ball, we are in possession. We're going to switch into my in possession system where these two guys are very aggressive. Boom. Immediately they sprint forward. Because in Football Manager, there's no penalty for as I don't penalize physical conditioning. Look at that. Boom. Immediately we switch now to 3-4-3. If I tell you that my defensive system and my offensive system is very different, there we go. Boom. So if you want to create a counter-attacking system with a mid-block, you got to think about how you're going to switch your shape, right? How does it flip when you have control of the ball? So this is when I don't have the ball. This is a shape. It's a 5-4-1. But when I have the ball, we immediately switch to a 3-4-3. But look at, people might look at this and go, this is a defensive system. Nah, you don't know your formation. If you think this is defensive, then you do not know how to play, then you do not know what roles and do in the game of Football Manager. Right? This is ABB, this is ABB. They are literally wingers in the game. So they're going to be here and here. And these two, one is going to punch up and one is going to stay back. So that means they are kind of creating like a diamond offset, these two. Yeah. So this is what I recommend people start trying to do with the game. Yeah. I've been playing like this for a while, where my out of possession shape is defensive, but my in possession shape is crazy attacking. And I also have an out of possession shape is very attacking, and my in possession shape is very defensive, which is quite crazy as well. Because that's when I want to press them in their third. No? All right, I have a very attacking out of possession shape and a very basically more, I won't say defensive, but slightly different in possession shape, which is the original Crazy Mazy. I'll show you the original Crazy Mazy. So there we have several versions of Crazy Mazy. Okay. I expect to see you all in training. Doesn't make a difference in this game. You can say them whatever you want to tell them. The game does not go, oh my God, you're angry with me. Oh no. Okay, so this is my original tactic, right? So there are two ways of making tactics, right? So watch this. Huh? This is my in possession. This is my out of possession shape. And this is my in possession shape. One looks more defensive than the other, right? This looks more, I got two DMs, I got two wing backs. So if you do it like mathematics, or you got two DMs, two wing backs. So if somebody was to create this kind of stupid apps, that's why I tell you guys, if anybody makes an app for Football Manager, tell you what's the best roles and duties, a guy. And if it comes up, you're using two defensive midfielders, two wing backs, and three defenders. It's a very, very defensive system. This is actually a very offensive system. Box to box, box to box. These guys are playing here. This guy is playing here. This guy is playing here. So all of them are actually playing the opponent's third when we get the ball. Only three players are staying back. Out of possession, they're just protecting the lanes. I only need three defenders. And this guy is screening the middle so that we don't lose the ball, waiting for these two guys to press and try and win the ball back. Since these guys are in possession so high up the pitch, he's coming back with this guy already high up the pitch to try and win the ball. So this is my mid block. So there are many ways you can do it. So I just think opponent quality matters. Sometimes whatever I do, I just can't control. I think you can control this game to some extent. I won't say it's impossible. Sometimes, yeah, of course, there'll be matches where whatever you do, it's just not your day. And I agree. I think it will happen. I think that's why I mean this game has a random luck modifier. Sometimes shit happens, you can't do much. C'est la vie, such is life. Your players decided on that day to throw in the towel. What can I say, right? But that was an easy game. Now we got to play Brentford at home, doing the same thing. Mid block, low block switch, right? So we're gonna do the same thing: mid block, low block, mid block, low block, mid block, low block. Match preparation, what we're gonna do out of possession plays. In possession, we're gonna go for okay, progression, mid block, fine. Training slot, attacking corners. Okay. This is the first time I'm looking at this. I never bothered the whole season. So I will say he's using tackling hard. Yes, it is. Whether I force them wide and then tight mark the middle. The thing is, you're playing mid block, right? Why do you want to use OIs? The only OI you should use is the funnel. Yeah. Unless you want to play high press, that's when you use those. If you want to use the tackling hard, you can, but you gotta pay attention. Yeah. You gotta look out. If they break out and they engage too early, you gotta remove it. Especially when you're looking at strikers, because sometimes you don't want the strikers to start the block, right? You don't want them to start, right? Because the moment if you play a mid block, why would you want your strikers to start proactively chasing down opposition players? Right, like this, right? We're gonna change this now. See this? Right now, my strikers are doing all the hard work, no? So we're gonna remove this. Oh, we just removed that, right? Okay, then we remove that. Shift and shift. I hope it works. Okay, all right. Then we got this. And then shift and shift, and then we do this. Okay, bang. So the only thing I'm doing, I don't want my strikers to start the block too early. So that's why I remove those instructions. Yeah. The only thing we're doing is angles. I know some people might recommend traps, but I'm not a big fan of using traps. Yeah, because traps kind of like, when I see the game and I'm looking at the animation, how the ball is moving, sometimes I just see them not do anything. Like literally, it's quite scary. I rather not. Spurs, what? Spurs have offered what? Spurs have offered Nottingham Forest Alexander Rawlings a job as wow on the side, huh? Spurs trying to poach my staff. I can't do anything about it. I can't even sign them. I can't even extend their contracts. Such is life. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just holiday straight to the next match. This game, I tell you, is exactly like CMO 304. Nothing to look at. There's no like development for you to get excited about because everybody's going to develop like beautifully. Imagine saying a trap for 19 acceleration, 19 pace opponent. Trap is the worst option in the game. Yeah, it's the worst. I don't like traps. Traps don't work. Tackle hard is better. You don't want them to do anything. Yeah, tackle, break their legs. Works all the time. I have no problem with breaking legs. Okay, we're gonna have taking a watch on, and I didn't want to play these two in the last game because I wanted them to be rested. And then we've got Redhead, Barrio. Barrio is actually a good player. I don't know why I'm not using him more often. Endoye, Edwards will come off. Okay, Patu Hele. Oh, sorry. Baraldo come. Salvador Dali, Haddock, and Chico D'Amico. Okay. All right. Can I have the players? I'm not going to make any changes. We're going to play the same group of players. Cautious, but team instructions still the same. Okay. We are playing, I guess, at home. So mentality I'm going to take is going to be attacking because we're going to start with Crazy Measy first. Okay. So we are playing a mid block. How is LFC going? Not going well, man. Their first preseason friendly, they lost Joe Gomez. Probably for quite a while. Yeah. Leonie, Ferguson, Williams. Let's see. So we are now playing a mid block, but I'm playing attacking mentality because direct passing. You get it from attacking mentality. So it's either that or you play cautious. So we're playing a mid block, pushing high up the pitch, but we are also using it to encourage. You see, I'd want to see my strikers right over go. Let's see. Okay, still defending. Okay, switching play. Okay, I like this. Okay, Williams, McAtee, Williams again. Wow, these guys are. We're taking the game to Brentford, baby. All right, come on. Ice. Okay, good. Okay, kick the ball. Kick. See, my boys already in defense. There, you see what happens? You see that? I don't like this, no. I didn't want him to be in that position. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I don't like something about Football Manager, which is unless out of possession, in possession, let's go and check. I mean, I don't say too much. Let's go play instructions. Do I out of possession? I knew it, no. I knew it, no. Something was wrong. We don't want them to be doing all this. See the mistakes. Okay, confirm. Because we want them to hold their shape, right? Because just now they were not. All they're doing is they are making it harder for the opposition to find the passes in the middle, and they're going to the flanks, which is exactly where I want them to go. Okay. Block again. Okay, let's go 2D. Defend it again. Why is my... He's a bit adventurous, that Vanderberg. Damn adventurous roll the ball. What is he doing? I know this guy is playing the ball, playing centre back, but he doesn't have any funky instructions. I do expect him to bring the ball forward. But what I didn't expect him to do was decide that he was going to look for some killer pass. Advanced wingbacks will try and dribble, so you don't have to expect that. So I'm playing advanced wingbacks, so they'll try and beat players on the dribble. Wishaw, Nate Brown. Starwood as well. Okay. Turns Wishaw again. Vanderberg, Wishaw. I'm not playing ball into box, low cross. Against Brentford, we might lose. They have been in the Premiership since I started, man. Leone does well. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, again, what are key highlights? Well, we are seeing more of the ball. You can see the match momentum, right? Yeah, match momentum. Sometimes when I play like that, I'm looking at match momentum and I'm looking at data, like simple data. But match momentum usually is enough. If I see that the other team is suddenly getting the upper hand, then I'll come in the game again. Whoa, shucks. Oh, they scored a goal. They scored a goal. I was at home trying to score a goal, but they did it on the break. Whittingham, Hickey. Terrible defending. Vanderberg is not playing well. Yeah, he's not playing well. Making mistakes. So we'll come in here and we berate the team. I was about to praise them accidentally. Yeah, I know my team is tired. Play in Europe. I only got these 11 players. They have to play every single game of the season. Yeah. What I could do is accept the defeat, right? And go to a low block. I can accept the defeat and go to a low block. Yeah, so I don't get a bigger scoreline because then I don't get injuries as well. Let me get a corner. I wish I had substitutes. I don't. That's it. I mean, I could bring. I don't even have strike. I got a J-Dance. J-Dance or Chemiti. That's about Chemtiti rather. That's about it. That's the only player I can bring on. Yeah, it's never been a live simulation with video game. No, man. Since when is it a live simulation? No one ever said it was. We are under the impression that it was. It's not. It's never been one. Oh, no. We have fallen. Just start to attacking style with the title. What? I want to catch one more. I want to catch Spurs fans team. Leone, what a ball to Nate Brown. Come on. Get in. Oh, we got one. He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. I think when he was. Oh, no, it might not be. It might be given. Yes, we get one back. Oh, Nate Brown did well. They have Amin Gauri in their team. Nice. Okay, come on. Stavo. Nate Brown. Dan. Stavo. Bishaw. It's, oh my God, it could have been a breeder. I'm still here without transfer control. Yeah, you're still ahead by just a hair. We got one back and we almost got the equalizer just now. They had a brilliant attack. Nice passing on the break. I think Jaden Dance could play as the front man because I see him linking up play very well. Something that Chermiti does not do. Nico Wheeler. Oh my God, what a miss! What a miss! That was a glorious chance to get one back. Come on, they can do this. It was a good performance towards the end. Yeah. It's a pity, lah. It's a pity. How's this save set up? Basically, all right, okay. So the save is set up just like any other save, okay? Except there's a slight difference. There are 4 other managers in the save. Tiki Perez, we got Spurs fan, we got a few managers in this team. We got 4. And Spurs fan, we got God Spurs, Tiki Press, right? So all of them, Liverpool is run by Tiki Press, Spurs fan is holding Spurs, and God Spurs is controlling Brighton. Okay, so God Spurs side, all these managers have the power to make transfers. Okay. Only I don't have the power for transfers. I can't do anything as far as transfers are concerned. So they can add players to their team, but the transfer negotiations is ultimately done by their staff. So every season, during the transfer period, the transfer window, I don't play the game. I put it on holiday. So I go on holiday throughout the transfer period. So the game has to take over. And during that period of time, because I've given responsibility to my staff, they could easily sell half my team. They've done it before. They sold like a lot of my players in the transfer window, and I had new players, and I was like, what am I going to do now? That's happened. I remember losing 2 of my best wing backs, one to Barcelona, one to Bayern Munich, and the other one to some other club. And I can't sign any players, so I always have to adapt. So I cannot come up. I cannot loan. I cannot send players on loan. I cannot train them. I cannot give them individual training. I can't do anything which I normally do to maximize my potential. Yeah, Spurs fan, you lost your transfer power too. No, this window, no. If you are ahead, you get it back. You get it back. It's God Spurs that has lost his transfer powers. Yeah, you haven't lost it yet. You're still ahead. You're 21. I'm 19. I have to catch you. I got one more game. I got a few more games. We're in December already. So if we get to the next, because once we finish, Jaden Dan's injured again. I can never get him to play, I can never get him to play more than 4 games. This season is a improvement, right? The first season we had him, we only played him for 45 minutes. We lost him for a whole season. Then when he came back from injury, I used him again. We lost him for another season. Let's hope we haven't lost him for another season, third time around. I don't know, man. There's no news on the injury. I think he's got about 4 games or 5 games. I'm very interested to know. Yeah, that's a good question. How many games has Jaden Dance had now? Because I think this time he had more games. Yeah, he had more games than last time he played. Okay, so how many games has he had? Look. I got a super training system, guys. My training schedules are the best in the game. The best. I've got the best training schedules in the game. Better than nobody else can beat my training schedules. Yeah. I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I got no training schedules. All the training is handled by the AI, not by me. See, nothing. I cannot do training at all. I'm not allowed to because that might unduly influence my team. So performance. So how many games has he played? Champions League 4. No, this season only 5. 3 as a substitute. 1. So only have 4 appearances this entire season. He's only played 4 times. So in December, he's only played 4 times. In his entire career, he's been in my club 3 seasons. I think he's only played a total of 5 or 6 games for us. He's the most expensive player in the history of Nottingham Forest. I mean, expensive in transfer fee over matches played. No? 4 games he's played this season. Terrible. Every time he plays, right, he gets injured. Every time, bro. Like, he play get injured, play get injured, play get injured. I don't want to know. Like, we don't have a medical center, and we do. Current injuries. Why is it like this? Recently returned. Jaden Dance, not applicable. Medical report. Why can't I get a medical report? Player report is here. Where's the medical? Personal. Happiness devastated. Ask the league wants to start more games. Yeah, I want you to start more games. If you are fit, lah. Got nothing to do with me, you know. I think this is one of the stupid things in this game, right? Okay? He wants to leave because he wants to start more games, right? The bugger has not been fit. He's always getting injured. He's got more injuries. He's got so many injuries, though. I want to play him as much as I can. I'm fucking idiot. Lacking my sharpness. Injury susceptibility very high. The bar cannot go any higher than where he is, though. Cannot, no. If he stays injury free, he can play. Okay, we'll see if he's available. Okay, we put him on the pitch, see how long he lasts. Not this is safe where we play Jaden Dance until he gets injured. Look at that. Morale shot. I might not put you here. Put TT here. Okay, now we got to start with a low block. Straight away we go low block. We don't waste time. Boom, low block straight away. The guy is cocky. He was the day he signed for the club. I looked at his contract. Right? They assigned him as a star player, so I was like, "Oh my god, we got a star player." I normally never sign anybody as star status. They sign him as a star player. After they signed him for a star player, right, I decided, okay, fine, let's give him a go. So I played him in 1 game. Boom, injured. Then I said, okay, never mind. We don't know what he's like, right? So waited 3 months, 2 months later, played him again. Injured whole season. I went, okay. So we don't know how Jaden Ness is going to fit into our squad. Following season comes along the way. He recovers from injury. Use him again. Back injured. So this guy, and this is the first season. He's actually played more than 2 games in 1 season. He's played 4 already. He's got star injury all written all over his face. I mean, he makes Joe Gomez look like... Joe Gomez might be injury free, if you look at him, like super healthy, robust character. This guy touches I think when he walks onto the pitch, right, he gets injured. All right, we are playing a low block now. We are playing a low block, low defensive line against Burnley away from home. Right, so as you can see, this is our formation. Okay. So screen, tracking, pressing, wide centre back, wide centre back, pressing fullback. And this the only outlet is Jaden Dance. And then Jaden Dance will, because of our breakaway, right? Jaden Dance will drop here. Because of this shape. But we are going to be defending all the way this now. I'm starting off with a low block. And immediately we give a penalty. Bloody useless. Vandenberg. What is with Vandenberg? Last game, he was not 100%. When I want to loan out, you're like, can I set it so that offers involve a loan followed by a permanent purchase aren't shown? I only want to loan the player. Yeah, just don't have the loan. Now you can modify the loan. You have offers. You can modify outgoing loan offers. Yeah, you can. However, sometimes clubs, when they make or loan offers to you, it comes with a clause they put in as mandatory. So you have to just reject it outright. Sometimes clubs do that a lot. They will come and they go like, we want to loan a player, but we want an option to buy. Then you have to make a decision. Is he worth it? Yeah. But I will go like, if for development, I never accept those. Yeah, I never accept those. Those are terrible, man. Especially when like you might think he's a super 5-star player, right? And then they want him. Oh my god, for a fraction of the price that you think he might potentially get in the future. Burnley, we're playing a low block, not going well. We started a low block. I'm not a big fan of starting with a low block immediately. Never have been. But we are doing it for the sake of doing it. I accept for those whom I want. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Sometimes you have players in your club, right? You know that they don't have a future in your club. But you still want to develop them because if you can't really sell them for good money, right? If they don't play, right? So sometimes the offer is like, oh my God, I might as well, bite the bullet, sell the player. Oh, what a goal! We ain't got the equalizer with our low block. What a goal! Patience, baby. Nico Williams got into the area because Burnley sat back in a defensive shell after scoring the goal. Yeah, normal lah. That's normal. Watch Titi with a back heel to Nico Williams. Yeah, I know they're in control of the game. It's kind of obvious, right? We're playing a low block. Of course they can't control the game. What do you think we're doing? We're sitting back, enjoying the weather here at Burnley. Okay. I think we're going to take off Vandenberg. Something tells me having him on the pitch might be a liability. And McAtee is coming. Hey, what is this? Oh, no. I think out of possession. Shish kebabs. In possession and out of possession is looking different. Chimtiti, correct. Chimtiti goes from here to here. Why do you want to tell me that Chimtiti has got a problem? Stavo is out of possession. Stavo is here. Bishop is here. Because Chimtiti goes up. Why you got big? No. Anyway, I'm taking him off, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Ding. Come on, McAtee. Chamiti, right? Or not Chamtiti. I don't know how to pronounce the name, except for those who are. You got to have a lot of opportunities for transfers, telling you. This game, as long as they go on loan, right? They might get offers for them. McAtee gets away. He's going for it. He's the fresh legs. Nico Williams with a brilliant ball into the area. Ferguson picks up the pieces. Stavo, McAtee again, linking play out. He finds Nate Brown. White. Nate Brown sets up Nico Williams, who's looking for his second, but he can't find the back of the net. Oh, my goodness. And the manager immediately gets notifications on a possible supply interruption for electricity in nearby areas today. Ding, ding. Shit. Streaming will be affected. Oh, Jaden Dance. Look at him. 6.3. I give you a chance to play, Jaden Dance. You didn't take it. But we got nobody else to bring on. So enjoy your moment in the sun. Jaden Dance, look at that, huh? Burger screaming, I want a chance to play, I want a chance to play, I want a chance to play. Doesn't even deliver. Burnley at a point. Yeah, one lucky. All right, not too bad. Our low block got us a point at Burnley. We're still in this conversation. Looking at the league table at the moment, Brighton are still behind. Spurs are moving ahead. Spurs won. Spurs, you did this. You did it. We drew against Burnley, and Spurs got the result against. Who did he get a result against? Ding, 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 ding. Wait, Spurs beat Manchester United. What a result for you. At home, Spurs thrashed Manchester United 3-1. You didn't just beat Manchester United. How many of you think Manchester United are going to, okay, and this is it, very simply put, how many of you think Manchester United are going to finish in the, okay, basically in chat, tell me what you think of Manchester United's chances this season. And I will share with you what I think is going to happen at United. And while we at it, how do you think Jose Mourinho's first season is going to go at Real Madrid? The prodigal son has returned. United, first place? Potentially, yes. I agree. No, I think United have a chance to finish as league champions. Potentially, there's a small possibility. I do think United have a chance to become league champions because they have a really good team. Hey, look, they've got some damn good players. They got some very crafty goal scorers. They strengthen in the right places. They are definitely a title contender. Jose will always find a way to win the league. I think Jose Mourinho back in Real Madrid and back managing is exactly where I want him to be, at the top of the pyramid chain. Now he is the greatest. There's nobody else but him. Pep Guardiola sits atop, no. There's no Carlo Ancelotti. There's no Pep Guardiola. There's no Jurgen Klopp. There's only PSG's manager. What's his name? I can't remember his name. That's about it. That is it. So right now we've reached an age where there is going to be a new generation of managers taking over, and the last man standing, India way, happens to be not Pep Guardiola, not Jurgen Klopp, but Jose Mourinho. Jose Enrique. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So Enrique and Jose, the two Joses are going to go together head to head. Jose Enrique versus Jose Mourinho. Can you imagine a Real Madrid PSG final? I can't wait for it. No? Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm back. This season, I'm going. The interesting thing is, if Jose Mourinho enters Real Madrid, what is he going to do with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kylian Mbappe? What's going to happen to the team? Because Jose is not a manager that likes his players to sit back. No. I mean, look, people say that Jose is a defensive coach, right? You had to remember what he did with Porto. Porto, he was not defensive. Porto, he was attacking all the way. So Porto is, if you want to know what Jose could bring to Manchester, to Real Madrid, go back and watch the season with Porto when they won the Champions League. No, I don't think he's going to recreate Porto. I suspect he'll recreate Porto, not Chelsea. Chelsea was a defensive setup. He has the attacking players and the pace down the flanks. And that's where he's going to make Trent Alexander run up and down like there's no tomorrow. And if Trent Alexander-Arnold does not do what he wants him to do, he's gone. He has no future. No, because Jose Mourinho is going to employ the flying wingbacks. I won't be surprised he goes back into a 4-1-3-2. Because he will use Jude Bellingham as a central midfielder that comes late into the area to support the guys. So he's either going to play like a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-1-3-2, which is his Jose Mourinho's favorite formation when he was at Porto. The flying wingbacks. And he's got the players for it. He has that. Real Madrid have two flying wingbacks. Only Trent Alexander-Arnold is not really flying that much anymore. But, never know, right? So then he has Jude Bellingham to play in the hole, right? Then he's got like Kylian Mbappe. What can I do with him, right? Put him in front. He could get another guy to partner Kylian Mbappe, right? Two strikers. And then he's got his midfield. He's already got his midfield engine. So I won't be surprised. He won't do Gambit. He won't play a 4-3-3 with a DM. I suspect he might have one of the central midfielders drop in a holding position because he's got this thing about defending him. He's got a rule about defending. Y'all should go and check out all his videos on his thoughts about how he defends spaces. You see, that's the reason why I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is in trouble. He's in deep trouble, man. He's in deep trouble. I don't see Trent Alexander-Arnold's future at Real Madrid. No, I think he's gone. Over, done for. Now Trent is going. Uh, okay. What am I gonna do? I can't judge. It's fitting for me to see that happen to him. 'Cause I have to admit, right? I thought it was the dumbest career move of his to go to Real Madrid. The cannot get any more stupid than what he did. No? PA cannot play. I won't be using him as wingers. He's gonna use them as flying fullbacks. Yeah, but let's see how they do, lah. Quite interesting. He might play a 4-3-3. He might turn him into a midfielder if he's short. But we'll see. It might be a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-3 or 4-3-1-2. But most likely he will play because Real Madrid do have wingers. But they have the setup from Carlo Ancelotti, but 4-3-1-2. Because Ancelotti was playing a 4-3-1-2. So for them to transition to Jose Mourinho's 4-3-1-2, possible. Very possible. Here we go. We're playing a low block against Chelsea, man. Defensively set up against Chelsea. Can we get a result? Can we get the result? If I get a win here, anything is possible, no? Address the team. We're playing well, guys. Come on. We have been defending very well. Leone now with the ball. Goes Ferguson to Nico Williams. Comes inside. Finds Chermiti. Ferguson. Leone. He doesn't know what to do. He's so high up the pitch. Ferguson. Oh la la. Come on, boys. Get back. João Pedro looking for options, but they're back defending again. Forced to run down the flanks. Get into the area. And they get the goal. But is it offside? It looks offside. There's a big argument on the pitch. The referee has disallowed the goal. The Forest fans are exhilarated. Oh, João Pedro, too bad. We are defending well. Low block. Low block. We're in the low block setup now. Nottingham Forest defending stoutly. They have a corner. Stavo puts it into the far post. Ooh, the keeper Jorgensen forced into a critical save. Jadon Dance, can he last the season? This is the second game in a row he's playing. How are you setting up the wingbacks to be effective defense? It's just low block. It's just a low block. No, it's not. The roles and the formations in and out of possession. Yeah. Attacking as the defensively their play is fullbacks. Yeah. So in possession, out of possession. Oh, get in there! Boom! I'll show you the tactic. It's all about how you set up in possession, out of possession shapes. Leone again. Oh, look at that. It's Nate Brown. It's not goal. He's offside. I think he is. No, I thought he was offside. Yeah, I think he's offside. I agree. The referee thinks as well. 2 offside goals in this game. Oh my God. I was excited. Oh my God. I was excited. And Nate Brown. Okay, I better show you just so you understand. Okay, so this is the formation. In possession, we're playing like this. CFD. So you have 3 guys attacking in transition. And once we back, Why is it set up like that? Because these guys are going to be here. They're going to start deep, but they're going to explode into this position. This is the position where we are going to be in when we're defending. Pressing fullback, pressing. They're going to be very deep when they defend, right? It's a form of 5. So they're pressing high up the pitch, right? So naturally for them to transition into this position, easy. Because all they're doing is they're just running forward. So you're going to get into these positions. So in possession out of the in possession formation is going to be AWB because it's the most attacking I can use, and out of possession tracking. So these 2 guys are tracking into these positions and then pressing fullbacks, and these are the wide centre backs to form a 3, and these 2 guys are just screen the middle so that we keep our shape. That's it. That's essentially it. And then your mentality has to be cautious. I play cautious when I'm playing blocks. Direct football is either cautious or attacking. Yeah, it's either one or the other. You cannot play any other mentality. Jorel Hato, come on, boys. Mela, we are to defend. Defend. Come on. Chelsea. We are Chelsea. Didn't dance. Come on. Do we have an option to come off the bench now? McAtee for Chamiti. Okay, come. McAtee. McAtee played damn well, right? Last game. It was when he appeared on the pitch, he got us the equalizer. So we go McAtee again. Okay, McAtee. McAtee is a hero, man. Are there any tactical with the 3-5-2 and the 3-5-1-1? I don't 3-5-2 and the 3-5-1-1. Are they sort of whatever? 3-5-2 is a good formation, but it's very defensive. But with the right roles, it can be quite attacking. McAtee. Every time we put in McAtee, we score a goal. McAtee. Every time we put in McAtee, we score a goal. McAtee. Every time we put in McAtee, we score a goal. Oh my God. So there's tactical differences between a 3-5-2. 3-5-2, if you play the wrong roles, it becomes too defensive. So you had to play the right roles. You have to play the Italian style, which where the wing backs are actually bombing down the flanks. Yeah. Okay, come. Bischoff. To Canestrelli. To Leone. It's Nico Williams. He looks up. It's the second goal. It's the number 2. Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 0. The underdogs are showing them how the low block is played with such precision. What a goal from Stavo. As Chelsea were looking for the equalizer, they got walloped. Thank you. Now, we pause for a course. For a commercial, for a for a hydration break, and a word from your sponsors, because we've been influenced by the Americans. So you're having a hydration break. All the water goes out to the players. Manager's talking to them. Yeah, hydration break. Wachon is coming out. Oh, I play Wachon. Grab the game right at the end. Yeah. Low block. Oh, come on. Oh, no. They're in trouble. Okay, I'm safe now. Because I'm so deep, right? They have to commit. I get one. I score one goal. It's okay. Pedro is coming all the way. They had to go all the way up the pitch. And, now maybe play the pass from the back. See, look at this guy. He's free. Get him Fortan. You can just reach him. Thank you. Into the space. Oh, yeah. Leone Ferguson to Bischoff. Oh, it's the kid. Kante Wachon. He's offside. Kante Wachon. The kid has scored his first goal. The proud daddy. My beautiful boy. He scored his first goal. We played the low block, low defense. Who says you need to play a meta in Football Manager? Ha! Look, I didn't sign any of these players. None of these players are my assignment. They're all given to me by my staff. So I have to play what they gave me. I'm proud of your performance. Nobody gave us the chance, but you came, you saw, you conquered. Spurs fan, are you sweating? Are you sweating, Spurs fan? Because I'm coming for you. Spurs is on 27 points. Because I already Brighton, no transfer budget. No transfer powers. 4 points. Spurs won. Arsenal beat Brighton. Aston Villa, Leicester. Brentford, Sunderland. Burnley. Spurs beat Burnley. You guys, feeling under pressure, they got a result. 123. That was quite a good result for us. Memorable result. You want to see what Kante Wachon looks like attribute-wise? Okay, I'll show you. I'm telling you, this kid is from our second team, 20 years old. This Kante Wachon. These are the kind of players I have to use. I got no choice. I got no other wingbacks. When I went through my team, right, I was like, hey, how many wingbacks have we got? We need 2 starting wingbacks because the club sold the other 2. My club keeps selling my wingbacks off. Okay, so they sold the last 2. They were decent. I had Gallo. Gallo is gone. So they sold him. They sold all my wingbacks. So I had to go to go into the under 21 team. Anybody here can play as a wingback. Okay, I promoted them. That's it. Whether or not they're good is beyond. It's irrelevant. I just needed a body to come in. Oh my God, what a result. Nottingham Forest beat Chelsea with a low block. Unexpected result at the City Ground. Shock result. I agree. It's a shock result. Even I didn't expect it. I expected to get hammered by Chelsea. Yeah. Because they got a very good team. Yeah. Everybody's unhappy. So I do not engage with the staff. I don't engage with the players. Yeah. Next match coming up. 8th of December. We got a few more games to go. This is epic. And I have to use the same jokers for Europe because I got now Sarajevo, I got the rest. I got the rest Titi, McAtee, and what's his face? What's his name? Stavo. I got to rest my entire front line. Play. I might lose this game. Yeah. That's the thing I don't want to do. Yeah, I have to rest players. Because you're already through to the playoffs, right? So yeah. Not ideal. What skin am I using? I'm using the NCOS skin. I think if I type skin in chat, right? Oh shucks. It didn't exactly work the way I thought it was gonna work. There we go. That's the skin. Alright, that's the skin I'm using. And logo pack is the metallic logo pack. Yeah, I'm using a metallic logo pack. But I don't have a link for that. You can find it. Yeah, metallic logo pack, you can find it. And I'm also using Reshade to change the colors of the game. Yeah, to change the color. Because I don't like the gamma in this game. It's too bright. At my age, everything looks bright. Okay. All right. We quick pick, and this is what we're going to do. No? Pick rotated squad, pick without restriction. No. Pick rotated squad, full rotation. That's it. Full rotation. We don't want to use the same players for Europe. What we're gonna do is go to squad, and we're just gonna holiday to the game. Holiday to the game, because this game ultimately, right? Okay, your players will develop really well. Yeah, there's very little to do. You want to do youth development save? Yeah, you can. You just don't have to do anything. What's the point, right? Oh, do a youth. I was like doing a youth. I started with the youth development save. Then I realized, right? The first up, the training module is so annoying to use. It's the worst thing about the game. The moment I went into the training module, I immediately went out of the game. I actually, to be fair, right, I enjoy the tactical side of this game only. I don't enjoy any other part of the game. Yeah, which is kind of disappointing. Okay, under 21, we got to check all this, who's available, who can play. No, we don't do that. We want to pick rotated squad, full rotation again. Don't want Dan's. Dan's playing. Dan's okay. Let Dan's play. Dan's complaining. So Barrero, Fujita, Wachun, Watana. Who the hell is Edwards? Okay, jumping 6. He's playing. Okay, or whatever you say. We got this guy Zamboglu. Who's this? Gibrag. Jumping reach 4. This is gonna be fun, man. We gotta rotate the whole team. I cannot afford to keep playing the same 11. Same 11. Is it possible? It is possible, but you gotta micromanage it. There's no tomorrow. Yeah. You gotta look at a lot of things. It's possible. I've done it before. I've done it a few times. Complete all wins. But to do that, you have to be very good at spotting tactical changes you need to make. If you're the sort that cannot do that, then I wouldn't recommend it. No. Yeah. Because you got to look at things like, okay, like how they playing, which are the spaces you're going to attack. And then if you're playing a formation, sometimes that formation doesn't really work against another formation, for example. Like, if to give you a really simple example, say you play a 4-3-3, right? You're playing a 4-3-3 and you're up against a 4-2-3-1. Okay. Now the 4-3-3 against a 4-3-3, the 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-3 can suffer. Can be made to suffer if it's playing like the wrong rules, because the 4-2-3-1 is just going to absolutely demolish it down the flanks. So if you don't recognize that and you don't see that, then the 4-3-3 will lose. But if a player who is using a 4-3-3, he comes out against a 4-2-3, he recognizes the danger that the 4-2-3 possesses, he sees the roles, and he modifies his tactics slightly, then he's going to be good at. Then he can have a winning season. So it's possible to have a winning season, but you absolutely need to know what to do against different formations. Rene and Olivero. Okay, we got taken a lead. Now what we gotta do is just chill. We'll just chill, man. So there might be a possibility that we are going to try and finish this as quickly as we can, and then I can transfer the save over to Spurs fan and the rest of the gang. So that they can go and do what they need in the transfer market. So they can strengthen their teams while I have to go through it. I got a holiday. I will have to holiday through the whole season. I have to holiday holiday the entire transfer window, and then I come back. So that's normally what we do. So we got all the youngsters on the pitch right now. Let's go. Endoy in the house. What can he do? So, the youngsters are here. Look at that. So, who we got here? Fujita is coming back. And then we got Watanabe, has got very poor jumping reach. They go far post, that's it. Watanabe won the header. Dance can't get there. We're still playing low block. We play a low block in Sarajevo. What was his Hart? Hart scored a goal. Ellis Hart, 16-year-old player. He's been given a chance. First touch, composure. It's not bad, this kid. 16 years old, we gave him a chance. He scores his first goal in Europe. This is from our youth team. Looks like as a 16-year-old, we can give a shot to in the senior team. Not this season, next season. Still too young. I normally start playing them when they're about 18, 17, going on 18. Never 16. Because they're 16 to 18, is the best time for them to be in the youth team. Then 18, the 18 is when they need game time. So that's the time when you either play them in your main team or you leave them, let them go on loan. Yeah, it's okay. We don't mind. They can win. I can't even instant result. But the goal was not to worry about this, because we're going to rotate. We have a full rotation here. They need limited game time. Yeah, they don't need unlimited game time. That's the danger. Otherwise, what happens is the moment they start picking up injuries, and they start getting very bad traits. So yeah, cannot take pressure this, that, or you don't want that. So I rotated my full team, and of course, Wachon, Dan's playing terribly. So we got Endoye, we got this Edwards who can't defend. Dovan is a goalkeeper, second. So we brought all the youngsters in, we lost 4-1. The only standout was this guy, Ellis Hart. Not bad, Ellis Hart. Um, yeah, they weren't good enough. That's true. But I'm not gonna shit. I'm not gonna lose it. I mean, we are already qualified. So, and the goal is not Europe. The goal is to catch Spurs fan, Tiki Press, and we've already caught the rest. Okay, all right. How many more games have we got? So I have to play all the way until 28 this Man City game. So we got Spurs, Lyon, Manchester United, and Man City, which will continue tomorrow. Right. So we're gonna one or few more games. Yeah. Okay. So now we go holiday. This one predictable thing. Hey, does anybody? Okay, I want to ask you guys. Is anybody who's watching this stream right now? Is it? Do any of you play Diablo 4 or Path of Exile? Out of curiosity, does anybody play any of those two games? I might need some. Like those are not games I'm very good at. No. You stay away from those games. Why do you stay away from those games? Old school Diablo, not the new one. Whiplash. Old school Diablo. Which one? The old school Diablo. Okay, Diablo 1. Diablo 1 or Diablo 2, right? Is it still playable on a computer? That was a really good game. Okay, what I like about the new Diablo, okay, I don't like the fact that we gotta keep you know your the play that you built up and all the gear you gotta redo every season, right? That one I think is quite a pain in the ass. But what I like about it is this: it's it's great for guys who have got a bit of ADHD like me, who are min maxers. Like I want to get the maximum out of the character, and I have to learn. Right, I'm forced into learning it so that I can get very good at it. So I haven't played it in a long time. I know how to play like barbarians and sorcerers, right? So I know how to play the mage class and the barbarians for a while. I've been playing those classes. So never had a problem with those. So this year I decided to try something called a druid. I don't know, I would be okay, but there's a okay, it depends on what you consider to be your level of difficulty. I know Path of Exile is really good. So if you want to try something, try hey Chico de Miko, how are you, man? Long time no see. How are you, brother? Path of Exile is quite good, no? Apparently. Okay. Let's see, in possession, out of possession. You see, this is what I don't like about the game, right? If you do quick pick, right, this is what they do. They mess with your place. See, McAtee is Chumtiti is supposed to be here. Star Wars is supposed to be McAtee is here, right? In possession, McAtee is not here. Chumtiti is just Star Wars there. Okay, this guy goes here, this guy comes here. Okay. Out of possession, Chumtiti, Stavo, McAtee. Stavo, Chumtiti, McAtee. Now they're back in the proper positions. Where's Beraldo? Beraldo is playing some white center back. Okay, Ken. Okay. Dan so Vandenberg. Okay, all right. Okay. And all right, so let's take a look at the tape. Oh, I'm playing Spurs. Got Spurs? It's now or never. Come home to me. We are playing against God's first team. So this is me. If I beat them, I get to take a few points off them, right? So they will have a problem. So Ferguson, Barrero. I'm gonna play Bischoff. I like Bischoff a lot. Barrero is quite good as well. So question of who to play with. These two guys are both good. Okay, then we got Danso and Spurs are in trouble. Spurs are doing okay. Look at the Premier League table, right, at the moment, right? So the situation is Spurs are on 27, I am on 23. This is a 6-pointer. Okay. So if I win, Spurs are in trouble. Because we got 3 more games, including a big match against Man City. And if I win that game, so the whole year is me catching them. I have to catch them. Okay, good luck there. We're going to need it. Oh, commentary mode. Cannot do a commentary. Sorry. Got to drop it all the way back to 1.5. And let's go. We're watching it on 2D, right? Yeah. Here we go. We are back defending. Nico Williams, Star Wars. Star Wars looks like Chimity. Okay, who's this? McAtee, right? Yeah, Jaden Dance is not playing. He had a terrible one. 5-4-1. I'm doing a whole series of low block now. Yeah. Low block systems. I mean, you can play whatever system you want in Football Manager, but I don't recommend playing low block for 90 minutes. But I'm showing how I set up a low block. Why am I holding my? I'm like getting very nervous now. Kudus scores. Okay, that's it. I'm not gonna sit back at a low block. You're gonna keep attacking me. I gotta win this game. Okay, all right. Okay, shifting on. I cannot play low block. I don't recommend anybody play with a low block from the start of a whistle. Yeah, learn how to switch. Low blocks are not good for anybody's heart. Remember the whole season I did with Everton low block, start to end, but we won the title. But I was always tweaking it on the fly slightly. I personally believe in playing a mid block, low block combination. Yeah, that can work. Oh, good defending. All right. Okay, so let's make sure that our opposition instructions are not messing things up. Okay, good. They're not. All right, we're gonna do one berate. Get the boys to wake up. Endoye. Yeah, we are lost wing backs. If Endoye is playing, means our right wing back is not. Nico Williams is one of the wing backs is not available. Ashley Williams are then. Denso, Ferguson, Chamiti. Stavo! In and with a shot. Tottenham Hotspur need this. If they do this, irrelevant what happens. Means I cannot catch them. If I win this, I can catch them. So this is the match Tottenham Hotspur need to absolutely win to ensure that they have a transfer window. Low block, low pressing, but possession base. I don't think that's gonna work, Football Manager. Yeah, very dangerous. Oh, Chimiti is in. Oh, misses again. But that had to be a difficult chance. Difficult to do low block, low pressing. Because you're gonna give the opposition the ball, right? Low block. So how are you gonna get generate possession when you're sitting in your own half most of the time? Endoye with the ball. Come on, McAtee. Endoye is not as good as Nico Williams and Ashley Nate Brown. Oh no. Yeah. But still, it's only 1-0. So 1-0 means we still have a chance. This is the part dangerous for us. We know why? Because we we normally don't do well like that. We have to get the ball to our wingbacks, and their formation is doing a good job of isolating my wingbacks. Good. Another shot from range. Let's see who's on my bench. Williams is on the bench. No, not that. This is my subs. Brown is on the bench. Okay, good. Barrero, Dance, Leone, Fujita, Harding, Watanabe, okay. We have a chance. We just have to hold the fort. Hold the fort, my foot. They scored the goal. Damn it. I immediately made a substitution. They scored the goal. It's 2-0 already. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Damn it. Cleared. Pedro Porro against my defense. Oh man. I cannot berate them now. Too close to halftime. Once again, if Spurs win, they're safe. They have control of the transfer market. There's no way I can catch them. Yep. Spurs are safe. They have done it. 3-0 at halftime. I cannot catch up. I cannot do it. Yeah. No way I can do this. Spurs are playing a very good system. Yeah, this is a good system to play. 3-4-3 is very, very strong. Especially in Football Manager 26, right? It's a very strong formation. Because it puts a lot of pressure on defenses. And he's got 3 men at the back. Oh, McAtee. I think McAtee is better when we bring off the bench. Like he did that late goal against Chelsea. Tottenham Hotspur. With that result, Spurs went to Champions League contention. Ferguson. He's not doing much. The role, there's not a single wing back. Maybe there was a complaint, no? There was a complaint that we had, somebody made, I remember, about there being too many wing backs at one point. There was a complaint also that we had too many short wing backs in the game. Let the opposite round stuff out balls when they have the ball, people are slowly. Difficult. That one, you still cannot get the possession. Yeah, the AI will have most of the possession against you. Yeah. The AI will have most of the possession. So we managed to get a goal, but I don't think it's going to change the outcome of this match. Ferguson is not happy, man. We made one change to bring on we brought Nate Brown, but the question is whether or not they're running out of ideas in attack. Because Nico Williams makes a big difference to our tactical system, but he's leaving the club too. He's gone next season. Ferguson. McAtee trying his best, but his best is struggling at the moment. Okay, all right. Okay, in possession, team instructions. Where is it? On this pass reception. Even Nico Williams playing giving me a 6.5, not even giving me a good rating. Chemiti, Elmala, come on. Harvey Barnes. Oh, what a team they have. Look at that. They got, who the hell is Jantu? Oh my God, look at him. Quentin Jantu. Look at the players they have, man. McAtee. Come on, McAtee. You can do it. Oh, McAtee lost the ball. Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes by himself. Okay, Chamiti. Nico Williams finds Star Wars. Star Wars in, but he's not. Oh, he doesn't have time. Nate Brown. And not getting in there. In Football Manager, the opposition will always have ideas. You see, the thing is, them running out of ideas. I'm not saying that the AI was outthink you. It's just that I do play low blocks where I force them into cul-de-sacs, right? But your thing about you wanting to have more possession, that one quite difficult to do that and get that. You can play a low block and win. Yeah, you can definitely do that in Football Manager. But to get a low block and high possession and win, that's a bit of a reach for me. Spurs beat Nottingham Forest. Spurs pull ahead and secure safety from me. In doing so, they've given Brighton a hope 2023. So I've only 3 points clear of Brighton. If Brighton catch up with me and go past me with the 3 games left, if I lose the next 3 games, for example, right, then Brighton is ahead of me, right? Then Cosmos gets back his transfer budget. Or rather, he gets back his power to make transfers. So we got. I'm not even interested in the Conference League right now. I might holiday right through. Because Conference League not really my go-to at the moment. I'm only interested in the league right now. So we're gonna holiday Conference League, Carabao Cup, all the way till Man City game. Yeah. We're on holiday under 28. Gonna holiday under because also I want to see how the tactic does, right? In the hands of the AI. Because it's kind of cool. Because sometimes what I do is I leave let the AI play my tactical system and see how it does. But then what's gonna happen is the AI will choose his choose best players. It won't rotate. How would a 4-2-3-1 put pressure on a 4-3-3 with inverted wing backs? You play wingers. So basically, if you want to put a 4-3-3 to bed, right? One especially they're using inverted wing backs, you want to put it to bed because the only attacking options from 4-3-3 is going to be their wingers themselves, right? And their CM that's pushing forward. So what you do is you play wingers in your 4-2-3-1, force their inverted wingbacks to always get back into defensive positions. Then they have to go from defensive position into an OP back in the middle again. So that will put a lot of pressure on them. And then you double up. I like to play with inside cutting fullbacks like false fullbacks and put even more pressure on that flank. That destroys them to some extent. Yeah. But you have to be able to power the wings and deny them a chance to use the inverted wingbacks. Because the inverted wingbacks, the more they have to defend, the more tired they become. And then on top of that, you're attacking them, right? Chances are they might even pick up yellow cards. When they pick up yellow cards, they can't really defend anymore, and then their performance starts to drop in the game. So that's something that I would do. I always do that. I always play wingers. I see the moment I see inverted wingbacks on the pitch, right? I immediately switch to winger-based attacking setup. Always. I've never changed that way of playing. So now we're gonna see, right? This low block, right? We're gonna play we got 2 games, right? One in Europe, one in Carabao Cup, right? These are the 2 that we're gonna test market with. Yeah. So we test market is how this low block does. So low block can work on Football Manager. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass because you're gonna have to be a bit of a switches. You're gonna have to enjoy pain. I tell you something, right? I don't like playing low blocks because it's like sit back and you watch the team attacking you the whole way. You like sitting down there and going. It's like putting a prize fighter and tying his hands. That's how you feel. I rather use it sparingly in matches where I have to maybe Champions League semi-final. I need to. So it's good to play with low block tactical systems to understand how they work and what you can do and what you need to pay attention to. Then when the time comes and you have to go into a low block, you're a lot more confident. But you'll hear people say, never change mentality, never change tactics, you're winning. It's because people are the human. This game was designed, right, to mimic human behavior and in large parts to take advantage of human behavior. See, humans by nature are averse to change. Most people are averse to change. They see a good thing happening, they don't want to change it because they're afraid that, that's going to be the end of the good thing. And this is where the game is going to punish you if you're that kind of a person. Because if you can't see that something is changing, but you still want to hold on to the way you're doing things, then you'll struggle with this game. As is the case with every game on the planet. I play other games as well. I might stream later, but playing a different game. Lowest I go is a mid block. Yeah, mid block is actually a very good medium for most people. I think mid block is one of the best blocks in the game where you have some control. You're still defensively resilient, and all you got to do with that mid block is to drop your defensive line if you don't overcommit. That's it, and it's actually easier to play. than to play the defensive low block. So a defensive low block is much more harder to pull off. The other thing you can do is something that's a bit um something I know is possible, but I don't do it myself because I don't have good players. And I don't have players that got like a lot of stamina and work rate, right? So what you could do is you can play a low defensive line, but still play a high block, right? So and then, but then in that case, you have to play with maximum pressing. They have to do it maximum trigger press closing down with a lot of Ys in place. That you are increasing the field of play. So your better players got more room to destroy opposition. So you taking that is clearly taking advantage of the meta. Because then you're taking advantage of the really good players in your team and forcing the AI into 1v1 situations with your best players, right? So your really good players are going to have more one-on-one chances with the opposition. So that is really exploiting the player meta because the player meta is there's a meta at this game. Is of course it's going to be finding the best players. So you got to understand the game, and then after that, find your happy medium, what you like, how you like to play. I like to play it this way because it's more to me it's more fun, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah, I like that a bit more because football is, yeah, one moment you're winning and the next moment you're not in the top four anymore. Look at Liverpool. One moment you got a great manager, the next moment same players, relatively the same team, man. What has happened? Oh my God, we are struggling, man. Liverpool this season are in trouble. We are in trouble. I have a holiday, after this. I have to put this save into the Discord folder for everybody else to play, and they will have to take over. So as it stands right now, Nottingham Forest are only 3 points. Oh, I'm sorry. Brighton have lost the transfer budget because there's no way Brighton are getting it back. Okay. So at the moment, Spurs are. Wow, Spurs, I know a 6 point game, right? Previously, it was only 7 points. Now look at the gap between me and Spurs. They're well ahead. Spurs 33, Chelsea 36, Liverpool 38. Spurs have a chance to actually rein in Liverpool. I think that Liverpool this season, if they don't, overhaul that defense of theirs, they're in trouble. Yeah, they can. I don't see anything good happening in the next couple of months. I'm one of those real like I won't say I'm an optimist, but I'm telling you, Liverpool do not look like they're in a good position at all. Okay, Stavo will be here. Chemiti will be here. Out of possession, McAtee will be here. Chemiti will be the Stavo. That's how we're gonna play, right? Okay. They got dance. Even the S-Man doesn't want to play him. Even the S-Man doesn't want to play. We like ask the S-Man, hey, who do you think should be playing? Even he doesn't want to put Jaden Dance in either. We every time put Jaden Dance in, he gets injured. Moralo, Danso, Vandenberg. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's our players. That's the same 11. Every game is the same 11. I got no other players I can use. Yeah. Because they keep selling my best players. The chances are these players, half of them will be gone next season. Okay, Man City on the table. There we go. Can we do low block against Man City? I don't believe I'm doing this, no. I told myself I wasn't going to do this. I told myself that I want to give my chance. So after this season, is that no more low block. Okay, that's it. Lord. I'm done with the low block experiment. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. It's too much. Especially you need good players to play low block. You need good defenders. You need good defenders. Whatever it is, you have to have good defenders. No more till FM27? What? What? No more till FM27? Oh, FM27 is definitely coming. Huh? Yeah. SI will definitely release FM27. Without a shadow of a doubt, they will. Okay, that's it. I'm out of this. Let's go attack. Mid block away. Okay, wait. I'm gonna play mid block slightly differently. Okay. Team instructions. No, we're gonna do things differently. Okay. All right. We are going up, low, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go all instructions. Opposition instructions, and then we're gonna go all positions and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I doing it like this? Coming down here, do it might this might be a colossal mistake. Why do I have to do it like this? Why can't I? The game won't even let me. Always. Now it will let me. Okay, let's go. Bang. So we're now gonna not overcommit our backline, the three defenders, but we're gonna put pressure high up the pitch now. But I'm probably gonna lose this game because you know I'm tearing my own tactic up. Mamouche trying to score a second. Jaden Dance, Chermiti, Mamouche, Jeremy Doku. How do you think no more till FM27 low blocks? Oh, low blocks. No, probably not gonna play a low block. There's very few people want me to play low blocks, right? Only a handful of people. But everybody wants to know how to attack, how to score lots of goals. I will go back to creating tactics where I want to score 150 goals with a striker. Yeah, next season that's what I'm gonna do. My 150 goal strike. My 150 goal. What you call it? Target. Striker to score 150 goals, or at least 100 goals. First, yeah. That means I have to create a tactical system that is just nothing but pure torture chamber for goals. Again, we are trying. Come on, Man City putting a lot of pressure on us. But nice, I like that. Fortan can't play the pass. Yeah, he's got to kick long. Okay, not too bad. Only 1-0 down. We still have a chance. We still have a chance. They got a fortunate goal. It was a bit of a goal mount melee scramble. They scrambled their way to a goal. Bischoff. Okay, that's it. We're going to bring. Oh, Barrero. Come. Break legs, Barrero. He might get sent off. Mr. Break legs Barrero is on the pitch now. The one man who could transform the team into, Nico Williams already saw the Barrero is on the pitch and decided, yeah, baby, boss wants us to break legs. Okay, let's go. Come on, berate the team. Barrero go out there and break a leg or two. Any one of them you can break. Zaire Emery, Caicedo, Guardiola, you pick. Look at Nate Brown. Nate Brown is just going left, right, center. He's excited. Stavo on the ball. Stavo finds Nate Brown. Yeah. Nate Brown looks up. He's trying his best. That's it. AVP got no options. Okay, good defending. But I forgot to do something else because I keep tweaking my tactical system like an idiot. What boy to box? Nope. We want this. But pass reception, pass into space. Come on. Defend. Oh man, Phil Foden without assist took out of my whole team. I made a mistake. Since I'm attacking them, right, I forgot to play pass into space. That was my mistake. I screwed up. Only too late, I realized. I'm making so many changes to my tactics. Pass into space, mid block, attacking the way I'm playing. I should have done that. What? 2-1. We're back in this. Okay, there's a chance. Okay, there's a chance. Danso takes the ball down, sets up Nico Williams. Nico Williams, I think he's gone now, the club. He's scoring goals. Jaden Dance. Michael T. Dance, you shut up. You get off the pitch. Useless bumhead. Give you a chance to play, you can't even score goals. Complain that you need to play more games. I play you don't play well. Come on. Forest. Tara. Now we're defending. Damn it. This is not a good sign. Attacking is a corner. Foden. Oh, you're another team that wants to play short corners. Oh, hey. This our frustration because we haven't won the ball yet, so I'm berating the team. What the hell? Get the ball! You know what I told SI long time ago? I said, why did you have a side camera of us? Huh? You have such a golden opportunity with a frozen water bottle to actually show us throwing a water bottle on the pitch in frustration. Give us a chance to be in the game. As an avatar. How cool would that be, right? Bloody hell, we're watching dots and pixels on the screen. And to a large extent, this game is, I won't say it's scripted, but if you don't make any changes, it is scripted. Okay, so you have to make changes to break the script. But there are changes that happen in the game, right? Like they score a goal or a player gets injured, so that the game recalculates from that moment it happens. That's why there's all these pauses and you see these things changing. Yeah, the game does to a large extent because it works off this before the game starts, you calculate. Okay. Because he has to calculate first in order to show you the highlights. So it's not happening at the same time, right? The highlights don't happen in real time, no. So the result has already been like he's already got this result. Okay. Now then then it starts to display all the video that you're watching. Now, you as a manager, if you don't make any changes, that's it from front to end. That would be the script. That's how that part is scripted. But if you wanted to break the script, you need to make changes. Yeah. So if you don't make changes, you're not going to break the script. Which is why some people believe in testing tactics out, because that is where the script works, right? Because then that's why you test tactics out. You test them as much as you can. So you play one season and you holiday through the whole season, because then you just since you're gonna script it, I might as well let you play the game. I don't make any changes. Yeah. But every time a substitution is forced onto is a force, then it recalculates from that point onwards. Let's say there's a standing off and a random standing off, there's a bit of a recalculation as well. I mean, there's a lot of nuances in this game. Okay, that's it. I couldn't beat them, but we did come back. We didn't lose by a big margin. 2-1, still respectable. Man City. They produced a dominant, but we fought to the end and we got ourselves. So the season has ended. Nottingham Forest back. Our high was 8. Now, boom, we're 12 again. So, but then we have Brighton to keep us company. So, okay, so this is the part where I have to save the game, right? So we have to look and see when I'm coming back. So from this point onwards, I have to go on holiday. The calendar. Rather, we don't hear from you. We go squad and then we go to their fixture schedule. Okay, so this means that look at that, man. 1, 2, 3, 5 defeats in a loss. The manager is going to be fired. Okay, all right. So I have to go on holiday all the way until the 31st of January. Yeah, I'll be on holiday on the 31st or 1st of February. So on the 1st of February, I get a chance to register my team. I hope. I really hope. So I will tell them to holiday all the way until the 30th of January or 31st of January. Okay, so they were all holiday on the 31st of January. All right, let me say that again. So I will holiday on the 31st of January. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games will be played by the AI. And my club is taken over by the AI, and he can transfer anybody he wants out. And I have to take over the team again and do my best not to get fired. The managers of Liverpool and Spurs, they get a chance to do whatever they want to do with their teams, except for Tiki Press. So I will put in here, save game as Discord Forest play till 31st of January 2030. That's it. That's what they're going to do. Now they will have to play the game. and I will have to play another game for the next few days. So that's what's going to happen the next few days. So the next few days, I'll have to play a different game. So I'll play a different game while we wait for the save to come back. So we will open this up. The root games. Take this save and put it into here. And then turn on Dropbox. And let it synchronize the file. That's it. And while we wait, okay, I'm going to take a short break. Yeah, and then we're going to switch up because we can't really do this now. So we can't really play this game at the moment. And we will switch up games. Yeah, I'm going to change the stream. I don't know, maybe not. I'm just going to sleep. Tomorrow I'll do something different. Okay, tomorrow I'll do something different because we gotta do something different. Don't know. Maybe we'll do a tactics stream, right? Tomorrow is Tuesday, or we'll play a different game, all right? Because now we have to wait for the save to be taken over by the others, and we go from there. I want to thank everybody for coming into this stream. You've been absolutely sensational. We tried a low block. As you can see, a low block can work, but you have to have the players for it. But it's better to set it up with about, in the game itself when you're defending a lead. 150 goal striker. Make a tactic for 150 goal striker. We can try to creating, but then I have to find a team and I have to create the whole team. And that's the thing about 150 goal striker. 150 goal striker, you can't do it in one season. You need like about 3 or 4 seasons, and then you gotta be managing the team, and you gotta be playing strictly to the meta. Yeah, you gotta be playing strictly for that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Play the game and then transfer the best players to my club. And also don't take a team, don't take any ordinary club. You have to take a good club. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. That could really be the best way of approaching it. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So, guys, thank you very much. Tomorrow, bounce some ideas. Maybe we will start the save. I think we can, right? I mean, like, if you think about it. But where? I mean, we gotta be a good club, good transfer market, and now have to play the game to break the game. But the problem is, Football Manager is coming to an end. Yeah, this season, probably they're gonna start looking at FM. I know that SI already have started looking at FM27 internally. There are no more patches for FM26, right? So if you're gonna be playing this game, you're playing it for the fun of it, right? Yeah. For people like me, it's going to be Diablo right now. Diablo or World of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, nobody's playing it right now. I'm not playing World of Warcraft because there's no point. From next week, maybe after the next reset. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming to today's stream. You guys were sensational. I shall catch you tomorrow. Please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Good night.